Lean system and innovation. Process innovation means the implementation of a new or significantly improved production or delivery method, including significant changes in techniques, equipment and/or software. Changes, improvements, increase on product or service capability done by addition in manufacturing or logical system, ceasing to use a process, simple capital replacement or extension, changes resulting purely from changes in factor prices, customization, regular seasonal and other cyclical changes, trading of new or significantly improved products are not considered innovations. Quality management tools. Control chart. Control chart is a statistical chart, monitors variance in a process over time and alerts the business to unexpected variance which may cause defects. Histogram. Histogram helps in prioritizing factors and identify which are the areas that needs utmost attention immediately. Pareto diagram. Pareto chart revolves around the concept of 80-20 rule, i.e. 80% of the defects of a process come from 20% of the causes. It focuses on the problems that have the greatest potential for improvement. Process mapping. Process mapping is a workflow diagram of how things get done. It helps reduce cycle time and defects. Root cause analysis. A root cause is a factor that caused a non-conformance and should be permanently eliminated through process improvement. Statistical process control. The application of statistical methods to analyze data, study and monitor process capability and performance. Tree diagram. Graphically shows the key goals, their sub-goals, and key tasks. Tree diagram inspires team members to expand their thinking when creating solutions. Cause and effects diagrams. Cause and effect diagram helps in identifying the various causes, or factors, of a given effect, or problem. Limitations of Six Sigma. Six Sigma focuses on quality only. Six Sigma does not work well with intangible results. Substantial infrastructure investment is required. Six Sigma is complicated for some tasks. Not all products need to meet Six Sigma standards. Six Sigma focuses on specific type of process only. There are lot to real-time barriers which needs to be resolved while translating the theoretical concepts into practical applications. Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma is the combination of Lean and Six Sigma which help to achieve greater results that had not been achieved if Lean or Six Sigma would have been used individually. It increases the speed and effectiveness of any process within any organization. By using Lean Six Sigma, organizations will be able to maximize profits, build better teams, minimize costs, and satisfy customers. The process of innovating new solutions could fall into one of these areas. Production. This is related to processes, equipment and technology to enhance manufacturing or production processes. This includes computer software. Delivery. Delivery process innovations involve tools, techniques and software solutions to help in supply chain and delivery systems. This includes barcodes, tracking systems or shipping software. Support services. Innovations in processes aren't limited to simply production or delivery, but also areas including purchasing, maintenance and accounting. Business process reengineering. Fundamental rethinking. Fundamental rethinking of business processes requires management to challenge the very basic assumptions under which it operates and to ask such rudimentary questions as, why do we do what we do? And, why do we do it the way we do it? Radical redesign. Radical redesign relies on a fresh start, clean slate approach to examining an organization's business processes. This approach focuses on answers to the question, if we were a brand new business, how would we operate our company? The goal is to reinvent what is done and how it is done rather than to tinker with the present system by making marginal, incremental, superficial improvements to what's already being done. Achieving dramatic improvements. Achieving dramatic improvements in performance measurements is related to the preceding two elements. The fundamental rethinking and radical redesign of business processes are aimed toward making quantum leaps in performance, however measured. BPR is not about improvement in quality, speed, and the like that is on the order of 10%. Improvement of that order of magnitude often can be accomplished with marginal, incremental changes to existing processes. Reengineering, on the other hand, has much loftier objectives. Reengineering focuses on end-to-end business processes. It is rather than on the individual activities that comprise the processes. Michael Hammer contends that the fragmented business processes and bureaucratic, hierarchical organization structures evident in most businesses today have their origins in the Industrial Revolution, when specialization of labor and economies of scale were the promised keys to success. Principles of business process reengineering. organize around outcomes, not tasks. This principle argues that an organization should have one person perform all the steps in a process, design the job around an objective or outcome rather than a single task. Have those who need the results of a process perform the process. Departments in organizations are organized around specialized functions performed for customers for the output of other units. In some situations, re-engineering can provide customers with more timely service and reduce the overhead needed to coordinate the activities of these units by having customers provide their own service. Integrate the processing of information into the work process that produces the information. Management must evaluate and accept the risks associated with the increased opportunity for unauthorized or inaccurate transaction. Treat geographically dispersed resources as though they were centralized. Decentralized resources typically provide better service to their customers at the expense of creating redundant operations and lost economies of scale. Line parallel activities instead of integrating their results. If parallel activities have been created, use communications networks, shared databases, and teleconferencing to coordinate activities that must eventually come together. Put the decision point where the work is performed, and build controls into the process. Organizations often distinguish those who do the work from those who monitor and make decisions about the work. This is done under the assumption that those who do the work do not have the time, inclination, knowledge, or responsibility for monitoring and controlling what they do. Capture information once and at the source. Collected and store data in online databases for all who need them. This principle is facilitated by information technology, such as telecommunications, networking, client-server architecture, EDI, image processing, relational database system, bare coding, intelligent workflow software. Main stage of business process reengineering. Process identification. Each task performed being re-engineered is broken down into a series of processes. Process rationalization. Processes which are non-value adding, to be discarded. Process redesign. Remaining processes are redesigned. Process reassembly. Re-engineered processes are implemented in the most efficient manner.